Cascade Hoops Talk, Billy D. Today is Sunday, November 1st. We're going to go through the top 25 NAIA men's basketball. Number 25, Antelope Valley. They haven't played yet. There's not anything on their schedule. It's still open. We'll update you when we know more about the CalPAC. Number 24, Union. They play in the AAC. They've yet to play, but they got games scheduled with Cumberland's November 6th. Cumberland's is ranked 15th in the nation. It's going to be a big game for both teams. They're playing at the Lou Cunningham Classic in Campbellsville, Kentucky. And the next day, November 7th, Union will play Campbellsville in that Lou Cunningham Classic. So big weekend coming up for you. Number 23, Oregon Tech. They still haven't played. In fact, teams in Oregon, outside of Oregon and Oregon State, aren't allowed to practice yet. So we're going to have to see what's going to happen with the Cascade Conference this season, and we'll update you when we know more. Number 22, Southwestern Assemblies of God University, SAGU in Texas. They're in the Sooner Conference. They've had a couple games canceled, but they're scheduled November 5th to take on Central Christian College in McPherson, Kansas. And then on November 7th, they're scheduled to play Southwestern Christian University in Bethany, Oklahoma. 21st ranked Carroll. They're in Montana. They're in the Frontier Conference. They've yet to play. They're scheduled to play Montana Tech, always a tough program, on December 5th in Butte, Montana. And then play again on December 6th, again in Butte, Montana. Number 20, Xavier University of Louisiana. They're 1-0. They defeated Southeastern Baptist 79-58 on October 21st. They've had one game postponed. They're scheduled to take on William Carey on November 2nd. And then on November 7th, Loyola in New Orleans. In that win over Southeastern Baptist, they were led by Rayshawn Mart with 27 points. 9 for 13 from the field, 5 rebounds. Ranked 19th is the Masters out of the Golden State Athletic Conference. They've yet to play. On November 10th, they're scheduled to play West Coast Baptist College in Lancaster, California. Number 18, Dalton State out of Georgia. They've yet to play. They play in the Southern States Conference. They're scheduled to kick things off on November 19th. With a scheduled blue and white scrimmage. 17th ranked Olivet Nazarene. They play in the Chicago Conference. On October 27th, they played Indiana Wesleyan. Alex Gross just had a fantastic game. Of course, it was a loss. Indiana Wesleyan defeated them 117-82. But Alex Gross scored 28 points and 10 rebounds. So the next couple of games for Olivet Nazarene show that they're postponed. According to their schedule, they'll get back in action on Wednesday, November 11th against Judson University. I believe that's a conference game. But Wednesday, November 11th against Judson University. Ranked at 16th in the NAIA men's basketball is Loyola out of New Orleans. They haven't played yet. They were canceled against Carver College. They're scheduled to play Our Lady of the Lake University November 3rd, and Dillard, who is receiving votes, on November 5th, and Xavier on November 7th. So hopefully they can get those games in. They play in the Southern States Conference. 15th ranked Cumberland's, and you have to be careful. In that same conference, they play in the Mid-South. There's Cumberland's and Cumberland, which is in Tennessee. But Cumberland's in Kentucky is ranked 15th in the nation. The Cumberland Patriots are 2-0. They defeated Johnson University out of Tennessee on October 23rd, 104-66. And then IU Southeast, a big win for Cumberland's. On October 27th in Williamsburg, Kentucky, they defeated IU Southeast 79-70. They have coming up on November 3rd, they play Milligan College at home in Williamsburg. In the game against Johnson, Tevin Olson scored 22 points in only 20 minutes, and he had 7 rebounds as well. And in that big game with IU Southeast, Tevin Olison had 27 points. He played 34 minutes, 4 rebounds, 10 for 21 from the field. He's playing terrific basketball for Cumberlands. Number 14, Ottawa University out of Kansas. They're 2-0. On October 26th, they defeated Barclay College 106-80. And on October 29th, a big in-state win against Baker University 73-64. Against Barclay, Joe Johnson III, 22. Jaquan Daniels, 21. What a power pair. Coming off the bench, also, Perry Carroll scored 16 in that game. And for everyone entertained by my English, no, I will not say power pair again. Against Baker, Mason McDowell scored 20 with 14 rebounds. Oh, what a... He only played 28 minutes. Next up for Ottawa, on November 4th, conference game, University of St. Mary. That's in Ottawa. And then on November 6th, Kansas Wesleyan, another conference game. They'll play that game in Salina, Kansas. And Ottawa, they play in the Kansas Conference, the KCAC. Number 13, LSU Alexandria. They play in the Red River Athletic Conference. They've yet to play. On November 2nd, they take on Dallas Christian College at 2 p.m. at the Fort. And then they play in the Jimmy Faulkner Classic on November 6th and 7th, taking on Middle Georgia State College. And then the next day, Faulkner University. 12th ranked Marion, they play in the Crossroads Conference. They're 1-0. On October 30th, they defeated Lourdes 77-53. In that victory over Lourdes, Cameron Walter was unbelievable. 16 points, 12 rebounds, and Christian Stewart scored 16 as well. Coming up for Marion on November 11th, they'll travel to Thomas More College, a team that's receiving votes in the latest top 25. And then on November 13th, they host East-West University. Number 11, Providence out of Montana, play in the Frontier Conference. They've yet to play. Their schedule shows they'll play after the first of the year. Obviously, we're going to have to get some more clarity on the Frontier Conference, the CalPAC, as well as the Cascade. It seems like out west is where they're least likely to play. Hopefully, we'll get more information soon. Ranked 10th in the latest NAIA men's basketball poll, John Brown out of Arkansas. They play in the Sooner Athletic Conference. They don't have a schedule posted on their website. On the NAIA website, it shows their schedule begins after the first of the year in mid-January with Texas Wesleyan. Hopefully we'll get more information from John Brown soon. Number 9, Arizona Christian. They play in the Golden State Athletic Conference, which is primarily California, but obviously Arizona Christian is located in Arizona, so they've been able to practice and play. On October 30th, they defeated Randall University to open the season, 98-71. And then on October 31st, they defeated Park University Gilbert, 97-88. Against Randall University, they were able to shoot well over 50%, and Deron Kyle led the way with 22 points. In the Arizona Christian victory over Park University, Xander Bowers poured in 19 points. Also, Robbie Wilson was 17. Altogether, they had 5 players in double digits. Balanced effort for their 97 points. Next up for Arizona Christian, they play Park University again. Same team they played on October 31st. They play them on November 7th as well. Number 8, College of Idaho. They're set to kick off their season in the Taco Bell shootout on November 27th and 28th. The College of Idaho, they play in the Cascade Conference, but being located in Idaho, they have more flexibility than the Oregon schools. Number 7, Morningside. They've kicked off the season 2-0. They defeated Kansas Wesleyan on October 30th, 79-73, and then they defeated Southwestern College on October 31st, 77-64. In that Kansas Wesleyan game, Trey Brown scored 17 points. Morningside was able to shoot 50% in that game. In the Morningside win over Southwestern, close game, 2-point game at halftime. But Zach Imig, he scored 19 in the contest, 7 rebounds, and Morningside had 4 players in double figures. Just too much offensive potency, too many weapons. They were able to win down the stretch. Next up for Morningside, they travel over to Jamestown on November 11th, a team that's playing quite well. So mark your calendar. That'll be a good game. And then on November 13th and 14th, they play in that Presentation Classic. They'll play Presentation on November 13th. And then on November 14th, they'll take on Mayville State Comets. And Morningside, of course, plays in the GPAC Conference. Number 6, LSU Shreveport. They play in the Red River Athletic Conference. They're 1-0. On October 29th, they defeated Philander Smith College 94-71. In that win, they got terrific performance out of Brendan Maddox, 21 points, 13 rebounds, 6 for 8 from the line, 7 for 12 from the field. Just fantastic game. And then Leandre Washington, he hit 22 himself, 5 rebounds. Next up for LSU Shreveport, they play Dallas Christian College today, actually. And then University of North Texas at Dallas on November 3rd. November 6th, they take on East Texas Baptist. And then on November 12th, they'll play Arlington Baptist University. Busy schedule for the Pilots. Ranked number 5 in the latest NAIA men's basketball poll, Lewis Clark State in Lewiston, Idaho. They play in the Cascade Conference this year. That's a bit of a change. They'd been in the Frontier Conference. And even though they're in the Cascade, they're in the same boat as College of Idaho. Being in Idaho will give them a bit more flexibility. Lewis Clark State is scheduled to begin on November 6th with an exhibition game against Yellowstone Christian. Number 4 in the country, William Penn University. They play in the Heart of America Conference. They're scheduled to begin on November 7th. They're going to take on Missouri Baptist. And then on November 8th, they're going to play Harris Stowe State. That'll be a good game. Harris Stowe is receiving votes. And then on November 14th, they're scheduled to begin their conference against Benedictine of Kansas. Number 3, Indiana Wesleyan. They've been playing very good ball. They're 3-0. On October 27th, they beat Olivet Nazarene. We mentioned that game. And then this weekend in that Crossroads WAC challenge that happens every year, they defeated Cornerstone on October 30th, 107-80. And then on October 31st, they beat a very scrappy Indiana Tech team, 97-88. In that opener against Olivet Nazarene, everybody knows Kyle Mangus is going to be a bright spot for Indiana Wesleyan. He scored 25. Dylan Anderson, 26. Seth Maxwell, 20 points, 14 rebounds. And then a real bright spot, Tayson Parker, a freshman out of Kokomo. He came in his first college game ever. A big game against Olivet Nazarene, scored 20 points. Against Cornerstone, Kyle Mangus, 33 points, 14 rebounds. He just appears unstoppable. Seth Maxwell, 15 points, 8 rebounds. And then the freshman, Tayson Parker, they slowed him down, 10 points, 3 rebounds. But they had Mangus, Maxwell, Dylan Anderson, Noah Smith, Michael Thompson III, Tayson Parker, all in double digits in that game against Cornerstone. Against Indiana Tech, it was just more of the same. Kyle Mangus, 38 points, 9 rebounds. Seth Maxwell, 20 points, 9 rebounds. Tayson Parker, 13 points, a couple of rebounds. So, it appears that Tayson Parker may have surprised a few people his first time on the court, but he's going to get a bit more attention here in his freshman season. But Mangus and Maxwell was injured a bit in the preseason, so he's just now getting in game shape. So, Indiana Wesleyan really appears to be hitting on all cylinders. The only thing that's struggling just a bit is their 3-point shooting. And that's pretty scary because they're beating everybody by 20 or more. Next up for the Wildcats, on Tuesday, November 3rd, they host Madonna out of the Chicago Conference. And then they play in the Caleb Dimmick Memorial on November 6th. They'll host Clark University. And on November 7th, Lincoln College. A game, I'll tell you, Lincoln's looking forward to that game. So, I would say buy your tickets, but I don't think the general public can go. But that'll be a very good game. Ranked second in the nation is Mid-America Christian University. They play in the Sooner Athletic Conference. They had to cancel their game on October 27th with Ecclesia. However, they played October 31st against Manhattan Christian out of Kansas. They defeated them 108-73. In that victory against Manhattan Christian, balanced attack, 6 players in double digits. They were led by Malik Malone, 20 points, but also 11 rebounds. Also in that game, Josiah Lewis, 15 points, 4 rebounds. And nobody played over mid-20s, 27 minutes. So a terrific offensive output by Mid-America in their opener. Next up for Mid-America Christian, on November 5th, they play Wayland Baptist. That'll be a very good game. And on November 7th, they play Oklahoma Panhandle. And then November 12th, they play number 22 SAGU out of Texas. So they have a tough road ahead over the next couple of weeks. And Mid-America Christian University, they play in the Sooner Athletic Conference. And the number 1 team in the NAIA men's basketball poll, Georgetown Tigers, they've yet to play. They're scheduled to play November 2nd against Midway University. And then on November 6th, they have a good test coming to town. West Virginia Tech will be coming to town. Look forward to see Georgetown get started. Well, I hope you enjoy Cascade Hoop Talk Top 25 report. We'll try to do this regularly on Sunday. That's the plan. A lot of it will depend on travel schedules and such. Real life has a way of getting in your way sometimes. If you enjoy hearing about the top 25, let me know. If you don't, let me know. It's a lot of work to go through the top 25, go through all the games, see what happened. I don't mind doing it, but I need to know you like it. That's what I'm trying to say. If you have any comments about the show or the newspaper, go to Twitter, shoot me a DM, and I'd love to hear from you. I always want to make this better. I just enjoy NAIA men's basketball, and I'd like to give all the fans the information that they're looking for. Thank you very much. Cascade Hoops Talk, this is Billy D.